Hey guys, my name is Temiloluwa Owolabi and you're welcome to this video. I am super excited to welcome you because what we want to talk about today is one of my very favorite things to do. We're talking about public speaking. So if you're really interested in watching this video, then sit tight and come with me. You're welcome once again. If this is your first time, you're so much welcome. This is a place where we teach you how to lead a dynamic, unique, and outstanding life. Please subscribe to this channel. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. Say something in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And make sure that you share this video with other people. So let's get right into the topic, public speaking. Public speaking is not something that we have to define all again, because if you can talk in front of people, that's public speaking. If you can address two or more people, that in itself is public speaking. What I want to go straight into is the tip and the trick, what you need to take note of, the acts. Now, I've been doing public speaking before I even knew what it meant. I've been doing public speaking right from childhood, and I just loved how it was, very important for people to sit and listen to what you had to say. I loved how I saw great speakers inspire people to take action just by the power of words. And so, as a spiritual person as well, I saw how important it was to be able to challenge people to do things just by speaking. And then I said, this is something that I would like to know more about. And then I began to take trainings. I learned from the best experts, name it, and I realized that this thing is more than what you can just do for business. If you want to learn how to be expressive as an individual, if you want to learn to build and develop relationship between people, if you want to learn how to lead, yes, assume leadership positions efficiently, if you want to be great in life generally, you must learn how to communicate and communicate well. So today I'm going to be sharing some important things that I have personally learned in public speaking, some tips, some tricks, very important things that we should not overlook when it comes to public speaking. The number one thing I should probably tell you when you're doing public speaking is that you will be nervous. Trust me, till today, when I stand before an audience, I still get this tingling feeling inside of me like, oh my God, see so many people, what am I going to say? And I realize that it's common to all speakers. Think about the greatest speakers that you know. And I know there are many big people like the Barack Obamas. Exactly. I love Barack Obama's public speaking style as well. But start from the people around you. I mean, some of the people in your local assembly, the people in your school, the people that you just love their eloquence, the way they address people, how they inspire people with their words. Start from the people that you know very close to you. Those people, yes, those very people, they also feel a little bit nervous when they stand before people to speak. But what you have to do is to use it to your advantage. And here are a few things to do to use nervousness to your advantage. Make sure you talk calmly. Don't try to rush. Don't try to show how ecstatic or nervous you are. Take your words calmly and slowly. For me, when I am very nervous, I do my best to pick my words one by one. Not like drag it, but ensure that I am clear and I am not mincing words. That gives me time to be able to formulate my thoughts. Sometimes all you need is to relax, take a deep breath, and then do it. While you're talking, have this mindset that I've started already. Whether it is an address before your team members, whether you're standing before a very large congregation, whether you just have to read something aloud to a few people in a room, have the mindset that I have started already. I have to just make sure that I go on doing great at it. And that's it. So use it to your advantage. Don't rub your hands nervously. Use those hands, put them around the room, touch things, react to people. All those things will help you to, it's like you are spreading that energy, and then the nervous attitude will begin to dissipate slowly. I hope you're learning this. If you like it already, you can give it a thumbs up. Let's go to trick number 2. Number 2 is to lose your self-consciousness and be focused on the audience. You are there because of those people. whether you agree or not. You want them to come and listen to you. You want them to hear what you have to say. So you need to know their expectations. You need to know what their needs are and ensure that they are met. Many speakers do a poor job at communicating because most of the time it's all about them. They want to pass across the message their own way. They want to talk to people. They want to ensure that it is what they have planned on their list that happens. I want to ensure that by the end of this speech, this, and that happens. That's amazing, but it's not the best. Those people took out of their busy time to come and listen to you. So the least you can do is to offer them something that will be worth their time. So lose your self-consciousness. It's not about you. It's about these people. Know why they have come and talk to them calmly about it. What I'm saying in essence is that you have to be concerned for the audience. You know, when people are not getting anything from you, they know. I'm telling you, when the audience realizes that the speaker doesn't have anything to offer, they know. And you begin to see it in some of them. Some people begin to drag their feet, some begin to murmur, some people even take their bags and leave the place outrightly. But if you are sure that this is what the people want, this is why they are here, this is why they have come, then you can keep them there. That sounded like word. If you know why they are there, then you can keep them there. If you like that, you can type it again in the comment section. Let me know that it hit something for you. Number 3 trick is to speak from your experience to your audience. Great speakers know how to empathize with their audience. Imagine I had a conversation with you for the first time now. Let's say we have not met each other before, and then I ask you, hello, how are you? Where do you live? What are your details? To you, it's going to be a little bit awkward, like, who's this person and why are you asking me all of these details? But if I walk up to you and I say, hello, my name is Temiloluwa, I live at number so street, I'm here for so project, and what's your name? That way, you feel a little relaxed that, okay, I know this person that I'm talking to. And then it will feel less awkward to share your own details. But many of us just want to get these people talking at all costs, and we forget that they have to first feel comfortable around us. If your audience doesn't feel comfortable around you, it will be so difficult for you to get anything out of them. So say for instance, you're talking to an audience about how to be alert and to be wary of fraudsters. You can start by sharing a story of how you almost escaped, how you escaped being scammed. You can introduce your speech or whatever it is you have to share with them by telling them how you received a phone call and how it was a scam alert, how you narrowly escaped it. That way, people that are in that audience will begin to have so many reactions. People who have experienced a similar thing will begin to look at you and go, that's true, that has happened to me before. People who haven't experienced it at all, they will have that mindset of, oh, so I have to be prepared. This thing can happen to me anytime. And people who have been scammed will say, that's exactly how it happened. Oh, I wish I had this knowledge. Let's hear what this person has to say. It could be useful for another day. Boom! You have their attention already. That is so simple. Once you ensure that these people can relate to what you have to say, they become more relaxed and then they are attentive to what you have to say. I hope this trick works for you. I am definitely sure it will. This next point is a continuation of the third one. Be open about your mistakes and your right deeds. We're humans. We have our flaws. Don't seem all perfect. Tell your audience about the mistakes that you made. Laugh at yourself in a matured way. This way, the people will feel more at home. They will feel relaxed. Say, for example, you're on stage and then you make a mistake and then you laugh at yourself for it and you continue. That way, when people laugh, you won't even feel ashamed and say, oh my God, I just made a mistake. I need to get out of here. The speech is ruined. No. Everybody sees you like, oh my God, that's such a free individual. And then they want to continue with you. And when they're talking with you and they make a mistake too, they feel it's okay, it's normal. I mean, the speaker made the same mistake and then you guys all laugh over it and then you continue. That is another interesting thing. When people see how they can relate with you, when they find these common things, they'll be like, okay, we're humans after all. I think we can go ahead. So share your mistakes, share the things you did right, the ones you did wrong, and then this way people will be able to see how they can move closer to you, how they can listen to you, and who knows, after speaking with them, they might reach out to you for answers, questions, and any other thing that can be helpful to them. This next tip is something that it's more like a pet peeve for me. When I see people that do these things, I'm like, why? Do not be trapped by formality. Many speakers, honestly speaking, okay, what they are simply doing is broadcasting. You're just sitting in front of us and you are reading the news. It's like the news at 8. That is not what we want. That is not what we want. That is not what we want. We want you to be real with us. When you attend a speech or a seminar or a presentation and the person is reading things like the effect of so on this and the impact, and everybody is like, the truth is, we're just sitting down out of respect. We're not gaining anything. We probably are not going to remember what you have said after the event. But when you try to be a little less formal, and I'm not saying that you are very casual and you're not presenting yourself in a good light. I'm saying when you try to be a little bit relaxed. I'm using the word relaxed very often, and that's because I believe that when your people are relaxed, when you, the speaker, is relaxed, when you are relaxed, you get these people to be able to follow you. Sometimes you feel it that these people are flowing, because you yourself, you have opened the passage for them to be able to connect with you. Doing away with formality is one great way to ensure that people connect with you. Sometimes start with a story. I already talked about the impact of storytelling earlier. Share something that you went through. Share something that your friend went through. Talk about similar things that they might have been through. Throw in some icebreakers. Give some nice compliments, especially if it is a one-on-one conversation. Talk about the weather, talk about the person's outfit, talk about something that the person would easily respond to without having to think about some complex answer. Sometimes you can ask a rhetorical question. Sometimes you can just ask, are we listening? Do you understand? Are we together? Things like that get people to engage. That's another keyword. It gets people to follow through with whatever it is that you are saying. It's not like they are lost at some part and then they gain themselves later, and then at the end of your talk they are like, well, he said something at this part, I'm not sure what she said towards the middle. You don't want that to happen. You want them to retain as much information as possible. So please try to be a little less formal and let the people engage. Tip number 6, your non-verbal communication is as important as your verbal communication. Your verbal communication is what you say. Your non-verbal communication is in your actions, the tone of your voice, your movement, your eye movement, and all of that. We are all a work in progress, but I still don't believe that when you are doing something, you should be static all through. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I'm dynamic. But I really believe that when you're communicating with people, your non-verbal communication does most of the work than the verbal communication. When you speak to people, let your body speak as well. So they are not just listening to your voice, they are listening to your entire body language. I'll share this trick with you. In my primary school, my school teacher used to do this very upsetting thing. When she was teaching, she would have a cane in one hand and a textbook and the chalk in the other hand. And the moment she starts explaining, she would wave the cane to one hand while standing on some other side and talking. What she was doing was trying to get the attention of people on the other side while standing on one side. That was a very, very big thing for me. I mean, at first it was upsetting because you just suddenly see the cane come this side and you're like, does she want to flog me? But I realized that most guilty students in the class often fell for that trick. Now imagine that you were talking to a friend carried away during the class and you saw the teacher's cane coming to this side. Suddenly you would sit up only to look up and realize that your teacher is not even looking in your direction. But because you were doing something wrong, you feel guilty and then you have to sit up and listen to what your teacher has to say. Think about your non-verbal communication like that. When you're talking and you're facing a large audience, you can move towards a particular side and watch the people on that side look at you. You can sway your hands to a particular direction and have the people on that side look at you. When you move closer to them, they have the feeling that you are saying something that implies that you want to bond, you want them to have your attention, you want to have their attention, sorry. When you move away from them, there's that feeling of, okay, she's being distant. All those subtle messages, they are important for your public speaking exercise, and that way you get people to engage. Yes, you get them to follow you, you get them to understand you, and then that way, when you even sweep your eyes across a room, for instance, you get people to say, I think she's looking at me, when in actual fact, you're just trying to ensure that everybody is being carried along. And then at the end of your speech, people can at least get the important things from what you're saying to them. Overall, you speak by speaking. You get better at something by practice, constant practice, practice before the mirror, practice before your friends, practice before family, practice before the camera, and then you stand before your large audience. So if you want to get better at public speaking, speak and speak and speak and speak. Watch videos of some of your greatest public speakers, learn from them. I really believe that there is a powerful tool called observation. When you can look at the people that you greatly admire in that field, people whose style you love, look at the way they do it, and then you gradually observe that you do the same thing in your communication with people. So practice over and over again. We're a work in progress. You get better at it every day. Practice before anybody and everybody that is willing to give you an audience, and then you begin to get better at it. Bonus tip. Yeah, I'm good like that. This bonus tip is, don't just talk, connect. Don't just say what, say how. I've been in a dilemma several times when I'm listening to people speak about the important things that we should do. They go on and on about how it is important to have these things in our life, what we should do, the essence of having these things, what will happen if we do not have them, what has happened to several people that did not have them. And they end the speech or the talk or the message or whatever it is they are telling us like that. And I'm like, it's great that you told us about these things and the dangers, but you have not informed us on the how. And I think this is a very important key. When you are sharing something with people, unless you're just doing an introduction, let them know the possible steps. Let them have a call to action. So you are talking about personal hygiene. You're telling them about the importance, for example, of personal hygiene. They should have their bath, they should clean their nails, they should wear good clothes, clean their environment. That is the how. It's not like you're just telling them personal hygiene is good. We all need to be healthy. We all need to stay safe. If you are not having your personal hygiene, you'll be sick. You end up in the hospital. You might even die. That's not it, okay? That's important anyways. But let us also know how to do these things. I hope you've taken note of this. Don't just tell people what they should do. Let them know how to do it. Assume that these people are all laymen. They don't know anything about it. And then use your power of public speaking, incorporate it with storytelling and some other things like that, and use it to show them the how. You can even tell them how you did it, your mistakes, how you didn't get it at first, and any other thing that you know that can aid their understanding of what it is that you're sharing with them. And then don't just talk, connect. A lot of us, maybe you're just eager to say what you want to say and get out of the stage. If it's your first time, I understand. But sometimes you need to, think about why you are actually doing this thing. Don't you want to connect with these people? Don't you want them to say, I actually understand what this person is saying? Don't you want them to feel like you are bonding? So don't just talk, connect. And how do you connect? You use all the tips I mentioned earlier. So if you've not listened to them, go and listen to them all over again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. If you have some other tips, you can drop them in the comment section. I'll be looking out for them. And please share this to so many people. all around you. Be a good friend, tell somebody about this. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, click on the bell notification, and let's enjoy ourselves on this jolly ride. Thank you so much. Till next time when I bring you another video. Continue to lead a dynamic, unique, and outstanding life. God bless you.